feel like I was never the same person after this incident. To be 20 years old with $130,000 of debt, not for a house, not for a car, literally just for a piece of paper essentially, crushed me. It destroyed me. Hi, I'm Bradley, also known as Batty Brad on TikTok, and I went viral for sharing my student loan story of being $130,000 in student loan debt by the age of 20. And this is my story. So the first time it became known that I was now in $130,000 of debt was a couple days before the graduation of getting my bachelor's degree. They brought me into the financial office for like an exit interview, and there is when they told me how much debt I accrued from being at the CIA for 3 years, and that my monthly payments were gonna be like $1,200 a month. And just right in that moment, I realized I destroyed my life. And at that time, it felt like my life was completely over. I was 20 years old when I graduated from CIA with all of this debt. So I started my 20s on literally the worst foot possible. I was so young. I had no career experience. With all of this debt, I had no one to help me in my life. I had no one to fall back on. It all was on my shoulders. There were many times where I was suicidal because I was in 6 figures of debt, making $11 and $12 an hour with my world-renowned CIA culinary school degree. There were so many nights where I would just be looking up to the ceiling. I couldn't even fall asleep because my mind was racing with all the problems I had going on in my life, and I was overwhelmed that I kind of just got to this point where I was like, all right, this is a part of your life. It's never gonna go away. I knew the only way I was gonna survive and not end up on the street or end up a drug addict or anything like that was I knew I had to take hold of this situation, try to save every dollar I could. If I skip going out with friends, if I cook all my meals at home, if I don't go shopping, I used to have holes in my shoes. I'm happy to say I'm getting close to the finish line, which I never in my wildest dreams would have thought I would ever say that. The reason why I'm close to crossing the finish line, paying off my student loan debt, is because I started from day one with discipline, saving my money, trying to earn as much money as I can. I did side gigs. I worked for a magician, trying to help him with projects to make extra money. I mow lawns to make extra money. I clean houses to make extra money. I do dog sitting to make extra money. I always was trying to find other ways besides my income to make more money to try to put it towards my debt. I swear 20 years from now, I'm gonna look back on this moment and be like, wow, that was such an incredible thing that happened, and that was such an incredible time in my life that not only was I able to share my story, but I don't have to go through my situation alone. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you can have the life you want. Even with drowning in debt, if you're not making a lot of money, you make the sacrifices now so you can live the life you wanna live when you're older.